Do you ever feel like 24 hours is not enough for you, but other people seem to be getting so much done in 24 hours while you barely scratch the surface? Well, I know that feeling and I've been there. And we have so much to do as adults. Like, we have to work out, we have to eat right, we have to take enough water, we have to go to church, we have to meditate, we have to go to work, we have to sleep 8 hours in a day. Then if you have children, the list goes on. Because recently I found I incorporated one or two things into my life that has helped me manage my time and also helps me incorporate some other habits that I want to incorporate into my life, basically. And that's what I want to share with you in this video: how you can manage your time, how you can organize yourself, how you can stay motivated, basically. So welcome back to the channel. I decided to do a little bit of background shift today, and yeah, you like it? Because I love it. All right, so let's get into the video. So in this video, I want to talk about how I manage my time and how you can also manage your time. And let me tell you, it's not like I'm very perfect when it comes to managing my time, but I'm getting better, and most days are seeming, and most days these days I can do a lot more than I used to achieve in the past. And I just changed a little, one or two things in my habits. And you know what? Adulting is ghetto. And if you're not careful, you're going to miss out on the important things of life. You're just going to face your work. Don't get me wrong. Work is very important because that's where you're going to get your money. That's where you're going to get earn your source of income, which is also going to fuel your other parts of your lifestyle. But if you're not careful, you're just going to be in that work, and you're not going to get any other thing done. So you need to manage your time. And let me give you a background story. I'm a stay-at-home working mom. So I stay at home and I work at home. And if you've done a stay-at-home job before, you know that there is little or no demarcation when it comes to your life and your work, because you're working like round the clock. I may be cooking and also writing an email, or maybe cooking and sending that. So it's just like there's no clear cut. Like when you're on your 9 to 5, once it's, let me say, 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you shut your laptop or your system, and you know that work is over. You don't get to do anything work related again until the next morning. When you're working from home, the ball is different. Everything is different. So the first step to getting yourself organized is knowing what you want to include into your routine, into your present lifestyle. What are the activities you want to incorporate into the lifestyle that you already have? For example, do you want to start working out? Do you want to start taking enough water? Do you want to start getting enough sleep? Do you want to start, maybe you want to be able to work 5 hours in a day? You want to be able to manage your time so you can work 5 hours or 6 hours or 8 hours in a day? It depends. Like if you are managing your time by yourself, it's difficult to be disciplined. You understand? Because you own your time. It's not like you're working for somebody that will be like, come to the office by 8 o'clock and go by 6 o'clock. You own your time. So whether you work or you don't work, nobody is going to query you. You understand? So it's difficult to manage your time if you're that kind of person. So you need to understand what you want to incorporate into your life. Now, when you understand what you want to incorporate into your life, into your lifestyle, then you go on to the next step. Now, the next step to manage your time is for you to plan ways in which you can streamline those activities that you want to add into your routine, because time is very essential when you are an adult, because you have a lot of responsibilities to carry on. So most of your activities, you need to streamline them, because you don't have that luxury of time. Maybe you have like 1 hour to go to the gym, that kind of a thing. Because if you're counting 1 hour at the gym, you're going to count the time you're going to use to commute to the gym and come back to your house. So all those things will add to the 1 hour. So at the end of the day, you may say that you're spending, depending on how far your gym is, you're spending maybe 1 hour, 30 minutes or 2 hours just to go to the gym. And nobody has that time. So you need to look for ways to streamline those activities you want to include into your life. Now, the third step for you to manage your time is to start getting tools that would help you execute your activities. Let me use myself as an example. I used to go to the gym, okay? And because I have kids I have to take to school every morning, I'm not able to meet up with the gym activities. And sometimes I don't even have that, strength, or would I say, I don't have that motivation to start wearing my gym wear and after dropping my kids, I head to the gym. I don't have that motivation. So I decided to look for ways to streamline my activities. Now I started using YouTube to work out at home. Then also I discovered that sometimes those activities were kind of, would I say, high impact, or would I say, would that be too energetic for me or too stressful for me. And because of that, I may work out today and I start feeling pains on my body. And in the next like 5 days, I'm not working out because of those pains. And before you know it, I've fallen out of that routine. So I decided to look for ways I decided to look further into how I can make sure that I work out, at least I move my body every day, because my life is very, very sedentary. Yes, I hardly go out. So I look for ways to make sure I move my body every day. So I further streamline my workout routine to skipping. So what I do now, I skip at home. And I'm going to tell you that this is the most consistent I've ever been in my life. Today is day what? Day 21 of 30. And I have never gotten this much workout in this little time in my life. Most times I work out today, and maybe next 3 days I work out, and that is like in the next 6 months I'm not going to be working out again. So that is how my workout life has been. It's non-existent basically. But this year, after streamlining everything, this is the most I have gotten consistent, and I'm super proud of myself. I'm telling you, I'm super proud of myself. Now the third step would be to start keeping score. And one thing with keeping score is that keeping score helps with your execution. If you're not keeping score, if you're not measuring execution, you're going to lose count. In fact, and let me tell you something, keeping score is what got me consistent when it comes to my workout routine. You need to get tools and habit trackers and planners that would help you to keep score. So what I did for my own self, I like to use myself as an example. I like to use myself as an example. So what I did for myself when it came to my skipping was that I looked for an app that would help me with a skipping challenge. So I got an app that every single day when I skip, I have to tick it. You know how excited you feel when you tick out all your to-do lists? You check your to-do list. That's how I feel using that app. So every day I want to tick it, every day I want to, because believe you me, if I didn't have that app to keep score, if I didn't have that app to keep me in check, execution is going to be a problem. So if you're always finding execution a problem, look for ways to keep score. Why do you think in competitions they measure, they keep score in competitions? If you're doing a competition and there's no keeping of score, what is going to motivate you? Why do you think people get motivated in sports? It's because there's keeping of scores. If everybody goes to the field and plays the football and nobody cares to win, you're not counting winners, you're not counting losers, how do you think anybody's going to get motivated to practice or rehearse for the D-Day? So it's that keeping of score that keeps us motivated, even in school. Everyone goes to school, and at the end of the day, we don't have exams, we don't have tests. What's the motivation to, read and understand? There's no motivation. So keeping score is what gets you motivated. So if you know you're finding something difficult, if you know you're finding execution difficult, look for a way to keep score. You can get an app that will help you to track your habits, or you can even create one in an Excel sheet where you can always go to tick off whatever you've, done for that day, or for the week, or for the month, however the case may be. So the next step to managing your time is time blocking. So when it comes to time blocking, it basically means allotting specific time to specific activities, whereby you just face that activity full on, without any distractions from other things you get. Because the nature of what I do and the fact that I don't have a help, most activities like house chores tend to take the back burner, and they are very important. You need to do the dishes, you need to clean the house, you understand, so to make your place less messy. So recently I started incorporating time blocking into my activities, and honestly, I'm going to be sincere with you, it has really helped me a lot. Because if you don't know this, most times our phones are big distractions. You don't even know how much of a distraction your phone is until you start to pay attention. I'm going to give you an assignment now. Start paying attention to how often you pick up your phone when you're doing something, how often you pick up your phone while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, how often you go back to your phone to check on Instagram, check on Twitter, check on threads, and all those kind of things. You understand how much time your phone is taking. And also, one thing with time blocking is that it helps you stay more focused, more alert, and helps you speed up the activity that you're facing. So I started using my timer on my phone to help me to time block. So for example, if I want to write an email now, because I don't want to write an email and forget myself and forget how much time I've spent doing one thing, because if you don't keep track, you may not even know how much time you've spent on doing the dishes, and you just go there and you're taking your time. You don't know how much time you're wasting doing one activity. So time blocking is very handy. So what I do these days is this. If I want to write an email now, for example, I set my timer and I just focus and make sure I beat that time, because I have a time to beat, I don't check up on my phone. And even if I do, I remember, like, I don't spend so much time. I'm like, I have a timer running, and I drop my phone. And I also, when I want to do the dishes, I set my timer, because I don't want to spend too much time doing the dishes. You can easily get carried away with activities. You can easily get carried away. So I set my timer. Maybe I'm like, okay, I want to do the dishes, I want to clean the house, and I want to spend only 1 hour doing all this. So I set my timer and I get to work speed very fast, because I have a time to beat. So time blocking and setting a timer also helps you execute your activities faster. I want you to go and try these things that I've mentioned now with your time, and come back and tell me if you were not able to achieve more in your activities. Tell me if you're not able to achieve more of your to-do list. Tell me if you're not able to incorporate more activities into your lifestyle. And believe you me, some days you're going to fall by. Like yesterday, I did not work out. You understand? Yesterday, I was so lazy. I didn't even want to do anything yesterday. I was so lazy. Even when I had to work, I was so lazy. And, I don't know. Yesterday was just a lazy day for me, but I still had to work. But it's okay. Some days you're going to fall, because you need to rest. And also, don't forget to incorporate your rest periods into all this, because if you work and work and work and work and you don't have time to rest. Now, rest periods are very important when it comes to time management, because believe you me, if you allot activities to every single hour in your day, every single minute in your day, at a point you're going to break down. You need the time to rest. But even those who are doing 9 to 5, they have breaks. You come in the morning, you work from morning till 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you have your breaks, then you work again. So breaks are very important. Breaks are very necessary. So don't go and fill your day with, activities full on, and you're going to break down. You're going to break down. See, like I was telling my brother the other day, when you're in your 20s and you have a headache, or maybe you have a pain, under your armpit or somewhere, it's you don't feel phase or anything. You're just like, I have a headache, that kind of thing. But when you get older, when you have a headache or you have a pain somewhere, you start wondering, what is this one again? What is this one? You understand? Like, what kind of, you don't understand? You start getting worried, because with age comes some kind of sicknesses. So you need to start taking care of yourself to avoid these things. Go and get a measure. Go and get a cup that is going to help you measure your water intake. Go and get equipment that will help you work out at home. Get use your timer on your phone to time block your activities. Get habit trackers, so that when you execute this activity, you have where you can tick it up, and all those kind of things. Those things will really help you when it comes to managing your time, when it comes to organizing yourself, and when it comes to your work from home productivity. Now, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Love you so much. I'm going to see you in my next video.